G'day, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Now, here's something different I want to talk about, right? And it's based around TJ Watt, but I'm not talking about TJ Watt and Myles Garrett, that debate. We already know that TJ Watt is better than Myles Garrett. Every Steeler fan knows that. Even if you don't need to wear the black and gold goggles. We know that TJ Watt is better than Myles Garrett. And also, the NFL tries to put Myles Garrett right in our face and say he's Defensive Player of the Year. And the voting could go that way right near the end of the year. It could happen. But as Steelers fans, we know how good of a player TJ Watt is. So I'm not really going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on something different. I saw something on Facebook. I was looking around Facebook yesterday, and I had forgotten that I even followed TJ Watt on Facebook. And TJ Watt posted this from Johnny James. I believe Johnny James is an American musician. He's a country music star. I had no idea who he was, but he did respond to me and said TJ Watt is the GOAT. Now, if you guys know if you know who he is, let me know in the comments below. I've got to go into Spotify and I've got to look up who that bloke is. I have no idea who Johnny James is, but I'm sure he's an outstanding person. But TJ Watt posted this, and it says, if you challenge your limits, you'll limit your challenges. Now, I read that and I go, what does that even mean? What is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it and go, okay, hold up. Let's kind of break this down. If you challenge your limits, like if you put a limit on yourself and you challenge that, then you'll limit your challenges. So it's kind of like, to me, it's kind of complex. But there's another way to say it. So I did Google it, and this is why I love TJ Watt, right? I think he's fantastic. And I can't wait to see him go into the Hall of Fame. And also this week, we get to see, I think, one of three players getting involved in the Steelers Hall of Honor. I'm pretty sure, the alumni is coming back to the Heinz Field, and Debo is going to be there. So you guys know more than I do about that, but I'm pretty sure Debo is coming back for this game too. So he'll be in the stadium, right? But I grabbed this quote: "If you challenge your limits, you'll limit your challenges." And I had to break it down even further. And this one made more sense to me, but it was pretty much the same thing. Don't limit your challenges and challenge your limits. So I guess that kind of means exceed to the best that you can do. Don't be too comfortable, right? Even for me on this platform, every day that I talk Steelers, I talk life, or I talk sports, or whatever I talk, you can be comfortable in a certain way. Do I do this? I don't feel like doing that. So the next time you say to yourself, no, get up, do a video, talk to you guys, talk to Steeler Nation, and see what happens. Keep growing the brand, keep doing the best that you can do. And also shout out to Roberta and also Randy for two good comments that were the last two good comments I saw yesterday. And a lot of encouragement coming from your way. And it really makes me go, okay, I can do this. I can do this. Maybe I can turn this to a part-time job. Maybe in 10 years I'll have a studio. I don't know. But it shows me that I can do this. So when I broke this down, because TJ Watt posted this, and I wanted to listen to TJ Watt. Don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits. So I broke this down even further. Went onto Google, and it says here, there's a big distinction here between the two phrases that work together. To create the full meaning, don't limit your challenges is about overcoming being defensive. It's about fighting against a safe thing to do, what is comfortable, and where you are complacent. After acknowledging those limiting beliefs on how we are diluting risk in our lives or monitoring expectations, we can now overcome them, the scarcity mindset, and work through those areas where we are being defensive. So what I kind of gather from that, and also gather from what TJ Watt is sharing, don't be too comfortable, right? Don't limit your challenges. Don't make things so easy. Don't live in your comfort zone. But it is really easy to do that. We're living in a society now that you can pick up a phone, you can get pretty much anything can make you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like you go get takeaway, or what do you guys call it? Fast food over there in a heartbeat. And get coffees made for us. We live in our comfort zone. We don't want to do things outside of our comfort zone all the time. Now, I tell you what, being on YouTube is outside of a comfort zone sometimes. Doing this stuff that I try and do every day and putting myself in this point, it's not hard work, but mentally, it's like, what is happening? What is going on? Things are crazy. So when I see stuff like this, don't limit your challenges, and then challenge your limits. I think back to TJ Watt. TJ Watt on the field, right? When he shared it too, similar thing. When TJ Watt shares that, he's not only sharing it to, I guess, the worldwide internet, he's telling himself to not limit himself and not be comfortable. The guy's going out there beating double coverage. He's beating the fullback as well or the running back. He's getting held in every play, and he's still getting 1 sack, 2 sacks a game. He's also getting almost pick sixes or interceptions from the Rams, which is fantastic, by the way. So he in himself is not putting a limit or not limiting his challenges. He's not playing in that comfortable mindset, and I freaking love that. But let's read the next part. All right, the next part says, second part of the quote is, challenge your limits could be seen as the offensive side of this, about stepping into the unknown, discover what you're capable of, and it's leaving your prior expectations behind to find new frontiers. You don't know what you're fully capable of until you ask yourself that question. What's the worst that can happen if you fail? You will not fail. You will not fail if you approach it as an experiment, right? So basically, challenge your overall limits. What you think you are comfortable with, go with the next step. And the next step could be, oh, I can't do this. I can't, I don't know, design a web page, or I can't become a chef. I can't write a book, or I can't create a YouTube channel. I told myself that 3 years ago. I said, I can't do it. Why? Who's going to listen to me? And by the way, I thank you guys for listening to me and subbing and commenting and, being a part of this community. But I told myself that a few years ago. I said, I can't do this. But the minute you tell yourself something you can't do, you sit in that mindset of like, what's the point? There is no point doing it. So once you jump out of that, then all the fun begins. All the fun begins. And to bring it back to TJ, maybe TJ in some part, he's telling himself that he can't do a few things, but now he's excelling completely. Like he's having one of the best years, I think, in his career. He's got over 8 sacks, almost 9 sacks. He's got, I think, tackle for loss is up there around 12. He hurries a quarterback. He's got, I think, 1 pick and I think three fumbles, fumble recovery for a TD. Having a great season. So when TJ Watt shares this, don't limit your challenges and challenge your limits, he's telling himself and the world, get ready. Like, get ready for TJ Watt, right? Get ready for TJ Watt, because in this game versus the Jags as well, if I bring it back to football too, and I thank you guys for listening, but get ready for TJ Watt, because even he still wants to get better. One of the best guys, if not the best player on the Steelers team, wants to get better. And it also reminds me as well. It reminds me to get better. Don't limit your challenges. Don't be too comfortable. And then challenge your limits and try and exceed outside of your comfort zone. Whatever you may be doing, you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing that. And you just go back in your comfort zone. Stick with what's easy. Well, then take yourself out of there and do something a little bit harder to get the bigger reward. TJ Watt, if he's posting this, and TJ Watt is one of the best players, if not the best player on the Steelers team, that is exciting times. It shows Steeler Nation that he's always willing to exceed further and further and further than the last time that he played to get better and better and better. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I thought that was really cool to see TJ Watt sharing this from Johnny James, and I'll go check out his music too. You guys can as well if you want to. If you challenge your limits, you'll limit your challenges. The exact same thing is, don't limit your challenge and challenge your limits. So I think it's cool. It inspires me, motivates me to go to work hard on this platform, to give you guys the best news, the best Steelers coverage that I can give. I can't copy anyone else, and I won't copy anyone else, but it allows me to give you the best Steelers coverage that I can offer from a bloke in his room all the way from Australia. I'll see you later.